My parents took all my life savings without asking to pay my sister's debt. Growing up, it was always clear that my sister, Emily, was the golden child. She could do no wrong in my parents' eyes, while I was the one constantly being reminded of my flaws and shortcomings. It wasn't that I didn't love her, I did, but the constant favoritism drove a wedge between us that only grew with time. It started small. Emily got new toys for no reason, while I was told to make do with my old ones. If she wanted something, my parents would drop everything to get it for her. But if I asked for something similar, I was given lectures about the value of money and the importance of saving. I tried to brush it off, convincing myself that it didn't really matter. After all, they were just toys, right? But as we grew older, the disparity in treatment became more apparent. When Emily turned 16, my parents bought her a brand new car, a shiny red convertible that turned heads everywhere she went. I had to take the bus or beg for rides from friends. When I finally got my driver's license, my parents handed me the keys to an old, beat-up sedan that had more rust than paint. I was grateful to have a car at all, but the difference between what Emily got and what I received was glaring. It wasn't just material things either. My parents were always quick to praise Emily for her accomplishments, no matter how small, while my achievements were either ignored or downplayed. When I got into college on a partial scholarship, they barely acknowledged it. But when Emily was accepted into a mediocre school, they threw a party like she'd just been accepted to Harvard. The final straw came when I started working part-time to save up for a trip I'd been planning for years. I was so excited to finally have enough money to go on this adventure. But then, one day, I came home to find my savings account nearly empty. My parents had taken the money to help pay off Emily's credit card debt. When I confronted them, they didn't even apologize. They told me that family comes first, and that Emily needed the money more than I did. I was furious, heartbroken, and felt completely betrayed. But Emily? She was oblivious, or at least she pretended to be. She thanked me with a smile, as if I'd voluntarily given up my savings for her. That was the moment I realized that I could never count on my parents to treat me fairly. They had chosen their favorite, and it wasn't me. After that, I started distancing myself from them. I focused on my studies, worked hard, and eventually landed a good job in another city. I moved away, cutting contact with my family except for the occasional phone call or holiday visit. Emily and I drifted apart, our once close bond now a distant memory. Years later, when I had established myself and was living a comfortable life, I received a call from my parents. They were in financial trouble and needed help. Emily had made some bad investments and lost a significant amount of money. They asked if I could lend them some money to help her out. I took a deep breath, remembering all the times I had been overlooked, my hard-earned money taken without so much as a thank you. I calmly told them that I couldn't help, that I had my own life and responsibilities. The silence on the other end of the line was deafening. For the first time in my life, I put myself first. It wasn't about revenge. It was about finally standing up for myself after years of being treated as less than. I hung up the phone, knowing that I had made the right decision, even if it meant losing the last TIs to the family that had never truly valued me.